Violence legitimizes the fear climate, and at Fed buildings all across the country this weekend, we're sending the message back that the First Amendment means peace. And peace is winning in the hearts and minds of men.
Yes.
Another JFK quote. The word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society.
Amen.
There's been no audit of the Federal Reserve since it was created in 1913. They used to offer M3 reports on cash flow, but that's not an audit. That's like me giving the IRS a letter saying, oh yeah, my books are okay, and not offering any receipts, not offering any documentation to prove what I'm saying. But for years at least they gave us that, but now they stopped. And when they were asked why, they said the monetary supply has grown so large that it's not worth it to print it and give it to Congress.
Neither are the colors.
What's the difference between 3 trillion and 4 trillion?
Yeah, for almost 100 years, the banker scheme has gripped the American people in monetary policy. Now, for the YouTube viewers, I know economy speak turns people off, so let me repeat that in layman's terms. Bankers control the future of your jobs and your money, and they aren't telling anybody how they're handling things. And when the people demand that they give answers, they tell us to take a hike. I say it's time for Ben Bernanke and Tim Geithner to take a hike, and they can take the Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan goons with them.
Yeah!
Put Citibank out of business!
The front page of the Wall Street Journal Friday, the main headline was House Panel Attacks Fed and Treasury. We're going to get an audit to be voted on in the House. It's a small victory, but it came at a sacrifice. In order to get the bill past the special interests within this committee, it had to be attached to a bailout legislation. But they're going to continue to pass their bailouts. They're going to continue to be corrupt. So look at it this way. This time, if they want to pass it, they have to give us an audit.
Yeah.
Memorize.
I repeat, peace is winning in the hearts and minds of men.
Yes.
We don't see the numbers, but we feel the spirit, and so does Washington, as we just heard by Claire McCaskill's phone number. Even if the audit doesn't make it through both houses, I want you people to understand the meaning of the word vigilance. Very rare is a battle won by the first blow. 1 year ago, we had a rally and march right here. In the days leading up to that rally, I couldn't explain to you how many people I talked to about the gold standard or the Federal Reserve. Nobody got it. I had liberals telling me that we needed the Fed credit card to keep funding government programs. I had conservatives telling me that attacking our monetary system wasn't very capitalist. Ladies and gentlemen, the central bank and graduated income tax are not only planks of the Communist Manifesto, but they provide the mechanism for which the entire Communist Manifesto would come to fruition. So for much of the 20th century, while our country was in war all around the world fighting communism, communism was being established above our heads. They say an audit would endanger the system. It's in danger either way. They say the Fed must be free from political influence.
Oh, independence!
Yeah, independence. Well, it's influenced either way you look at it. But the last thing I want to leave you folks to remember as we wrap up, that for 233 years this nation has strived for one thing: freedom. From the Founding Fathers gathering as Minutemen to fight the Redcoats and escape the tyranny of British kings, to the Underground Railroad and the abolitionist movement trying to convince a nation that African Americans were indeed humans with rights, to the Civil Rights Movement and the fight of many Americans just to be able to walk into a school or a voting booth, we have now come full circle. Just as our nation began to fully honor our commitment to the idea of persons being created equal, we're now being told that the economy is above all.
Too big to fail.
The bankers stood in front of Congress and the media, and you still hear the line being puppeted and parroted today. They had to concede to the bankers, or the economy would have collapsed.
Let it collapse!
Ladies and gentlemen, the bankers put a gun to the head of the prosperity of an entire nation of free people and said, you now become economic slaves or we're going to kill the economy. There's only one answer to a threat like that. Give me liberty or give me death.